Hello, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. This is part 7 of Star Control 2, the Urquan Masters. And in this segment, we are going to obtain some Mycon Deep Child fragments so we can show the Serene that the Mycon were responsible for the destruction of their home planet. That way we can attain the Sun device, which is used to speed up the merging process between the Chinzutsu and the Murm. And we're going to attain the talking pet from the Unga. The first step is to attain the fragments. You can go to one of 3 different star systems to find the fragments. Once obtained, then you go and talk to the Serene at Betelgeuse. The Mycon are part of the Battle Thrall, and after talking to them, they will attack you.
We are part of Juffawa. Juffawa is the hot light in the darkness. All else is unfulfilled void. We are the Mycon. A single spore lands, finds nourishment in decay, and soon attains maturity. In turn, it exhales a cloud of new life, 1,000 spores. Each lands, finds nourishment in decay. So progresses Juffawa. Juffawa fills in my fibers, and I grow turgid. Violent action ensues.
The capital ship is the best way to destroy these guys, just as long as you're upgraded.
The analysis reads as follows. Subject Mycon egg case. Data: we really didn't know Mycon came from eggs, but our analysis of this sheath shows that it's been subjected to phenomenal temperatures and pressures. The most unusual aspect of the egg case is its size. We know Mycons range in height from 0.5 to 3.5 meters, but our reconstruction of the whole egg case shows it to be over 25 meters high. Summary: if a Mycon came out of this, he's gotta be really big. That's the end of our scientist's report.
Time to show the Serene what the Mycon did.
Attention, unidentified space vessel. Be warned. This slave world and its inhabitants belong to the Urquan. I am Starbase Commander Talana of the slave planet Gaia. Your ship is not responding to standard hierarchy identification sequences. You are therefore classed as independent. And what? Is my monitor display correct? Is that a human commanding that vessel? Who are you? Hello, Captain. But you haven't answered my question fully. Why are you here? Where are you from? Has the slave shield been lifted from Earth? Are the Urquan finally defeated? Simply put, Captain, what do you want from us? Look, friend, I appreciate your offer, but we don't want your help. Why? I'll tell you why. Because we're not going to do anything to antagonize the Urquan. That's why. We may not like slavery, but it's a damn sight better than our alternatives. Below us, we have a beautiful world. Maybe it's not Syra, but at least it's a home. That's a lot more than we ever had before the war. before the Urquan became our masters. Yes, I think so. Aren't they part of the Mycon religion somehow? We have recordings of Mycon hyperwave transmissions from the war. Pretty weird stuff. The Mycons just kind of rambled, never making much sense. They talked a lot about deep children and spears of light, but we couldn't ever understand what they were talking about. Our species are almost identical, almost too close a match to be just a coincidence. Our bodies are very similar, Captain. Except for certain parts. Our cultural development is also mostly parallel. Like you Earthlings, we evolved a society from primitive tribes whose main function were to protect themselves from the large reptiles native to our old world. The main difference between our two sets of cultures, the split in the paths of our development, occurred in what would have been your prehistory, say 5000 BCE. In your world, the agricultural communities were conquered by the more primitive, but also more aggressive migratory herding peoples. This led to a particular kind of sexual and political dominance structure which pervaded almost all of your Earth cultures until the early 21st century. On Syra, our only primitive migratory tribes were confined to our mountainous regions. Their herd beasts, the Waima, did not do well in the agricultural basins and plains. The two cultures were isolated until much later, when the technological superiority of the farmers curtailed any major conflict. It was our paradise, Captain, our Eden. Earth is the only world we know of whose variety and richness of life even comes close to Syra. Again, like so many other things about our two species, our worlds were very much the same, at least before you began encasing yours in concrete and plastic. Syra's gravity was a bit lighter than Earth's, and its day was 50% longer. Our diurnal cycle is therefore different from yours. We spend 20 hours awake, followed by 10 hours horizontal. This subject is very difficult for us, Captain, but I will try to recount those sad days. Like your solar system, ours had a large population of comets and asteroids. Large meteor impacts, though rare, were not unheard of on our planet. So it was not a total shock when an asteroid penetrated our atmosphere and hit the surface. What was odd was that unlike most other meteors, this one was not pulverized on impact. It penetrated the crust and indeed went all the way through to the mantle, causing a supervolcano. The earthquakes caused by the impact were severe. The magma pumped out of the caldera wreaked significant damage on the nearby terrain, but within a few weeks it had cooled, forming a solid rock bandage over the wound. Within a few months, we had cleaned up the mess. The caldera was calming down nicely, and things were pretty much back to normal. Then, just over a year after the impact, all hell broke loose on the surface of Syra. Huge calderas were opening all over, not just around the meteor impact, but everywhere. The scope of the disaster is impossible to imagine. Entire cities sliding into oceans of molten lava, kilometer-wide sections of land pulverized by a cataclysmic explosion, and clouds of poison gas and superheated steam created a death shroud around Syra. What? What did you say? Human, you had better not be joking. Syra is not a subject for Earth humor. Now what do you mean, shattered planet crusts? How? That is what happened to Syra, yes, but we presumed it was a natural cataclysm, a meteor. Do you have proof that it was something else? These deep children? Let me see this proof, Captain. Great gods! These fragments, they are identical to the debris we found near the punctures on Syra. We never guessed that the fragments might be organic. To have survived re-entry, nothing organic would remain. Unless it was genetically constructed for this purpose. And only the Mycons possess this capability. The Mycons will pay dearly for their crimes. We will not sit here and do nothing while the Mycon fiends are free to roam the galaxy, perpetrating their evil. You wanted our cooperation in fighting the Urquan. You've got it. Provided you first help us seek our revenge against the Mycon race. Help us to destroy them. Our first step is to get some mobility. We have some fine starship officers aboard, and they're all eager to go after the Mycons. But without our penetrator starships, we're totally ineffectual. So our first step has to be recovering our Space Patrol combat fleet. We know that the Urquan didn't destroy them. They never waste anything. But we believe they have sealed them in some kind of deep vault in the surface of an alien planet. No, that's your job. But maybe we have some clues to help you find them. The starship officers who flew the penetrators to the vault did so with total sensor blackout. The only thing they could use for navigation was the presence of the Dreadnought fleet surrounding them. When they arrived at their destination and lowered their ships into the immense vault, they were transported to the Dreadnoughts and only caught a split-second glimpse of the outside world. As far as they could tell, the sun was either red or orange. Based on the trip time calculations, the farthest they could have traveled is about 200 hyperspace distance units. Captain, we've assembled a small team of our most skilled officers. We will send them to your ship on board their own small shuttle. We feel that in the interest of efficiency, we keep our officers away from your crew at least until the mission is over. As soon as you arrive at the vault, our people will take over, figure out a way to open the vault, and bring our penetrators back here. Good luck, brave Earthling. When your mission is successful, maybe then we can get to know each other better.
So head to the vault at Ellipsin Camel Paradalis.
Good. Now we can proceed with our plan for revenge against the Mycon. From our analysis of the Deep Child fragments you showed to us, and a review of the recorded Mycon transmissions from the war, we've established the kind of world the Mycons desire for their hideous, deep children. They need a planet like your Earth, or our Syra, one rich in water and oxygen, and possessing a molten active mantle. Our plan is to lure the Mycons to such a planet, and then attack them when they least expect it. We know of just such a world. When the Urquan were analyzing their massive planetary data to find a new home for my people, one of the close candidates, ranked just below Gaia, was a blue world orbiting close to the star Organon. Captain, we need your services again. Here is what you must do. You must go to the Mycon and tell them of this world. They will find that the world is suitable. And when they go to Organon, we shall be there, waiting for them. Then, we shall destroy them. Don't worry, my human. We will be together again. Someday.
Go to the Mycon homeworld and tell them about the planet.
Jufflewup is all, omni-existent, spreading and changing the non into Jufflewup. You are non, who must become Jufflewup or void. We are the agents of Jufflewup. We are the Mycon. Your suggestion is appropriate. Acceptable new worlds are a priority for the rapid and complete spread of Jufflewup. We wish to know more for our suitability assessment. Tell us of this world. This is good. This is good. This is good. If your words are true, we will gladly spread Jufflewup to a new world. We will assemble the birthing fleet and send them to this planet. We will send many ships to protect the children as they grow. You have been of service to us. Your insight into the ineffable Jufflewup is encouraging. Perhaps, if we were to plant spore sacs in your brain orbit and let its tendrils spread through your flesh, then you would truly understand Jufflewup. Become part of Jufflewup. You would be happier and more fulfilled. Consider our offer.
Now it's a waiting game. Once the Mycon fleet moves out of the way, go to Beta Bray and pick up the Sun device. Next, go to the Oomgar world and pick up the talking pet. They will attack you until you capture the pet.
Hello, human. What talking pet? Do not understand reference. Human possesses forbidden knowledge. No interference in plan can be tolerated. Human must be eliminated.
What do you want? Good idea. May I just say I'm behind you 100%. But unfortunately, the Oomgar are all too busy to come to the Hyperwave caster right now, so come back later, much later. Yeah, I will explain nothing, monkey boy. Your stupid curiosity has sealed your doom. You could have left well enough alone. You could have departed this planet alive, but no! I am afraid you have stuck your stiff, protuberant sensing organ into one too many dark holes, Captain, and now you shall pay the price. Go get yourself killed. Aye-ya! I cannot compel you. Your mind is closed to me. How can this be? I am forced to resort to more primitive measures. Oomgar Commander, summon your 10 combat ships and attack this intruder instantly. Hi there, friendly Starship Captain. You'll never believe this, but somehow, the injuries I suffered when the Urquan crashed triggered some kind of a personality transformation. I became evil and spiteful, cruel and nasty, whimsically unpleasant. You may have also noticed I gained some kind of temporary psychic powers. Well, I just want to let you know I'm cured! Captain, I don't know exactly how, but when you were fighting those Oomga ships, a chunk of the ceiling fell down on my head and gave me quite a whack. Ouchie oochie, it still hurts. When I awoke, the universe had ceased to be the dark and hostile place I had previously thought it to be. Instead, I was overwhelmed, yes, even awed by the beauty and perfection of it all. I also discovered that I had completely lost those wicked mental powers and could now look forward to a new life filled with happiness, butterflies, and goodwill for all. Your job is done, Captain. You have saved me. Now you can safely remove your psychic protection device and leave. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, why are you looking at me like that, Captain? Don't you believe me? You question my word? Okay, so I was lying. Big deal. So what? Boy, are you a pain. Do you know that? What do you want from me? My life? Oh, you do? Well, as an alternative, let me make this little suggestion. If you don't kill me, I'll help you do whatever you wish. Is it a deal, Captain? I get the basic idea. You want to overthrow the Urquan. Bravo! Good idea! Way to go! I too wish to see the Urquan beaten, humiliated, destroyed, and I alone possess the unique ability that will help you achieve your goal. I can use my psychic powers to temporarily distract the Urquan, confuse him for a few seconds. Presumably, you will use this moment to strike a lethal blow against the Urquan. Such a plan cannot fail, Captain. We must see to that. Captain, calm down. Be reasonable. Listen to me. I am nothing more than a single being, hardly larger than one of your Earth dogs. Woof woof. My only weapon, my weak psychic abilities, have been nullified by your protective device. I am harmless, but perhaps I can be of some small service to you. Consider this my hopeful attempt to compensate you for all the trouble I've caused you in the past. In the past, Captain, and now we look to the future. To victory over the evil Urquan, I am your secret weapon against these tyrants, Captain. Don't leave me here. No tricks, Captain. No tricks. I fear you cruelly misjudge me. I'm on your side now. Together, we will make a great team, Captain. This day, this moment, shall go down forever in the history of our galaxy. I am coming aboard your ship now. I will make a nest in the pressurized section of your ship's hold. When you wish to talk with me,
Next episode,
I will be
we
there.
gather the rest of the stuff we need for the final fight.